Welcome to episode 3 of the One and One podcast. I'm Justin Albaum here with Logan Kamhar again, and we have a very special guest today, our first college basketball guest of the show. His name is Jeenathan Williams. If you guys don't know who Jeenathan Williams is, he's a 6'5" forward, senior star player at SUNY Buffalo. He's averaging 23 points per game this year and 7 rebounds per game. How you doing today, Jeenathan?
Doing good, man. How y'all doing, man?
We're doing good. We're doing good. So to get right into it, I'm going to ask the first question. This question that I'm going to ask a lot of the guests in the future. I feel like this is a good question to get everything started. So the first question for you is, why basketball? Who inspired you to pick up a basketball?
Just being around the neighborhood. I mean, growing up, I grew up around a lot of, violence and, poverty, stuff like that. I didn't come from like a family with money. So, just being around the neighborhood and, being around my friends, we all use it as an outlet, and it was always fun. It kept us out of trouble. So it was something that we love to do.
Sounds good.
Good. So skip forward to high school after starting basketball. So you are from New York. What made you go all the way across the country to go to Prolific Prep?
That was more so like a family decision. Like my mom, she kind of overpowered that decision when the opportunity presented itself, which I didn't mind, because I love California. I practically live there now. So, but that was a whole thing of me just wanting to get more competition and be in a safer environment and just a smarter environment for myself, because, just where I was at the time it just wasn't the most, it wasn't the best fit for me, as I should say.
Yeah. Just a quick question about Prolific Prep. I know you played there in, I believe it was 2017-18 or 2016-17. Do you still
2017-18?
2017-18, yeah. Do you still talk to those guys on the team? Like, do you still keep in touch with them? Because I know some of them play in college basketball right now. I know one plays for UC Santa Barbara. So do you still talk to those guys?
Yeah. When I go back, I see them. I see them all the time. We go get a bite to eat, chop it up, work out together, play pickup together. It's always a relationship with those guys. That was a traumatic moment in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a big change for me, going to California and, meeting those guys, and, they accepted me into their team and their family, and, with open arms, and we won a lot of games, had a good season, know, and we all transpired over, and that'll always be a story of our career.
All right. So for my next question, so since you said, obviously we were just talking about it, you went to a high school in California. What made you choose to go back to Buffalo and go to a mid-major school where I know you had offers on the table from schools like Marquette and Georgia Tech? What made you go back to that area and play basketball there?
I just want to be an inspiration for my neighborhood. I live like 45 minutes away from Buffalo, so 50 minutes at most. So, for one, I just want to be an inspiration. And another one is just I want my dad to see me play in college. He never got to play basketball in college due to some things he did off the court. But, I just wanted to be my family to be there for me, to support and, just be an inspiration, like I said, for my neighborhood and the kids in my neighborhood, just to, see that it's possible and, you can get it done. Like, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right down the street type. That's really the whole inspiration behind it. I thought about it dearly. I had offers from Virginia Tech, Syracuse. I like those places. Like, Syracuse was like my dream school growing up. But as far as me doing it for, where I'm from is just like Buffalo was the best choice, and it fit, and I was working out for me. So
Mhm. All right. So once you get to Buffalo, your freshman season, you're behind a few guys. You don't get that many minutes, but you guys do end up going to the NCAA tournament. How is that experience overall
I
in
mean,
the
it's great.
tournament thing?
It was great. I'm gonna be real. Like, obviously, as a player, you want to play, but I
Mhm.
mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm not a selfish guy. I'm not gonna knock anybody who was playing ahead of me, or, what I'm saying, anything like that. I love the team. Like, it was a great team. You know what I'm saying? And it was a great learning experience. Like, that's the biggest thing I took from it. It was just the learning aspect, and then just being around the guys. You know what I'm saying? Watching how they move, the older guys in front of me, watching how they, just watching the little things, how they react when they have a bad game, how they react when they miss a couple shots or get a turnover. So, like, I mean, obviously I was good, but I mean, I wasn't good enough to play at that level yet. And I had to just reevaluate myself and really look in the mirror and, grow. And I mean, and those guys were playing. So, I mean, I tried to pick their shoes and pick their pockets to learn from them.
That's awesome. So for my next question, moving on from that great freshman season, and obviously Nate Oates, unreal head coach when you were there your freshman year. He
Yeah.
now leaves to go coach Alabama, a Power 5 program. What is your mindset going into the next season, knowing that you have a new head coach, you've lost basically your best player in CJ Massenberg, now a new head coach. Were you considering leaving the program, or did Coach Whitesell recruit you back in and say that you're the guy, you're going to be the guy for now, the future?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but me and White always had a great relationship because through the whole process of my freshman year, he took me and Rondo Segura under his wing and just was, was very supportive to us, and just he really looked out for us, and just, always kept us in the gym, working us, on the defensive end, just telling us what it takes to play, teaching us the recipe. Honestly, he just was giving us the answers to the test, and when we got our opportunities, we fulfilled them. I mean, the little opportunities we got in big games, like anytime we played in a big game, we performed or did something that's a plus. So I mean, I give a lot of my credit to him because I mean he always just stuck with us, and like even through the bad days and the good days, like he always was there, and he was real with us. He was genuine with us from the start. And I mean, to be real with you, when that happened with Oates leaving, like, of course, like a lot of thoughts was going in my head, like leave, like do I stay, like this would be an easy outing. But I'm not that type of guy, Like I like to stick things out. Like I'm not a quitter. I'm not a, I don't run away from altercation. Like when it's a problem, I mean, I face it and try to conquer it. And I mean, I just kept pounding the stone and working hard that whole off season because I knew that, I mean, time is ticking. It was my sophomore year and my freshman year was up. I didn't play much. I had to get going. So I just tried to focus on my craft, and I just was rocking with my guy White.
Real quick, Logan, I wanted to ask him this question, and I think that it's awesome how you stuck with a program like that. Like you said, it easily could have been an easy way out for you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you stayed at Buffalo. But you brought up earlier what you were saying with Segu, Ronaldo Segu, the starting point guard
Yeah.
there. You guys came in at the same time. How has that relationship with him made you a better player? Because you guys have been through everything. You're rooming together. How has he
Yeah.
made you a better player?
I mean, that's my brother, We went through hardship together. So I mean, like we just grew off each other, especially on the court. I mean, we had like great chemistry with each other. We know what we're gonna do before we even do it. Like I know what Rondo gonna do, and he know what I'm gonna do. So I mean, like we just like brothers. Like and being that we went through those hard times together, that really made us become closer because we felt the pain together, and we worked hard together. Like there wasn't a day that you know, I went in the gym and he didn't drag me with him, or I didn't drag him with me, you know. So we just took it on together. And I mean, now we the faces of the program. We knew it was gonna happen because we worked for it, you know. We just was looking for our opportunity, and I feel like that alone just helped us. I mean, sharpen each other's game, just always being opportunists and just trying to work for that opportunity and, you know, succeed in it.
Mhm. So after working all those hours and late nights, early mornings, after last season, you felt entering the draft was
Yeah.
a good idea. You go through that process. How was it, and what made you decide to come back for your senior season?
Oh, it's a great process. I mean, I knew I was doing it more for feedback, you know,
Mhm.
for that last past year. I mean, which I had a good year, you know. But I mean, I was doing it for feedback just to see what teams thought, and I got some really good feedback, you know. And then some of the things they told me to work on, you know, I already was working on. So, I mean, this season is just for the show, you know, like just working on my craft and just getting better and better. So, I mean, that's what all it was. You know, the work never stopped. I mean, I never got comfortable. I never got comfortable. I mean, I just wanted more for myself and more, just win. I just want to win and be a contributor. I know what I can bring to the table. And I mean, I'm a winner, you know. I'm a guy who loves to win. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the team a W. And I mean, that's all it was for me. It was just like learning what I need to work on and what they think of me and what you know, just get the bug in their ear, just, you know, hear what they saying. And this, that, and the third. I mean, I got the feedback. I had signed with an agent, and that was great because he helped me through the whole process. I really just focused on basketball and just training and training, and he'll just, you know, give me the logistics of what they saying, and I asked him a question, he answered. So it was good. It was good to see how that works.
Mhm.
That's I think it's actually a great idea, and I think that a lot of juniors, especially going into their senior year, should consider entering the draft, getting that feedback from those teams.
Definitely.
You deciding to come back, did Sagu and Mbala, two players also in Buffalo, did that impact your decision at all, knowing that they were going to come back, or was it you guys all were just planning to get the information from the NBA teams, and then you guys would all come back to school?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. That's what it really was. But for me, this is something nobody knows. I had two teams that wanted to work me out,
Ooh.
but it was the deadline didn't meet. So I had to already put my name back in by the deadline, you know? Like the dates they wanted me to work out on, like I couldn't work out on because we had to have our names back in. So I mean, say I get a workout, I do good, who knows what would have happened. So I mean, I was really invested in it. Like if I had a shot, I was gonna go, you know. But I'm not, I mean, I know I got more in store, you know what I'm saying? So I can come back and show what I've been working on this whole off season. So I mean, it just raised my stock.
Mhm. So after that process, you come back for your senior season. First few games, you guys play well, play against a top team like Michigan. You put on a great performance. What is your expectation for the rest of the season?
I mean, just being consistent and winning games, you know, and winning games. That's all it is for me. I mean, I don't go into it thinking about points or thinking about, you know, this, that, and the third. I just want to win, you know. And like I said, I mean, it's more so about defense for us. Like that's what we focus on when we go into these games. We try and play the best defense we can play because at the end of the day, we know we can score the ball, which we know off nights are gonna happen. We're gonna miss shots some days, but we know good days are gonna happen. And you know, and when you just keep chipping and putting in the work, you'll have more good than bad days for sure. So I mean, that's all my mindset into it is just keep pounding the stone every game and just trying to be great. You know, trying to get to that champion, that MAC championship and dominate the MAC and win the MAC championship and go to the tournament and win a few games in the tournament and go as far as we can go in that. I mean, that's just an expectation for us and what I see happening for me and my team.
Yeah. I'm glad that you brought up that how you guys want to win the MAC and win March Madness. After your freshman year, going back just a little bit, knowing that that team has won the MAC and is going to March Madness, does that leave like in the back of your head knowing that I want to get back here? I this is what I want. I want to win a MAC championship. And I think that this team has the talent to make a serious run in March Madness.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. That's how I feel. I mean, I just want to win, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And that feeling of going to the NCAA tournament was like no other, you know. It was just an incredible stage to play on. It was just, you know, it's live. It's what we all watch as kids. Is, you know, just seeing it and being there was like, whoa, like, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but if I could, like, obviously I want to play. Like, you know, I really didn't get to play in the tournament. So now that I'm being able to play in the tournament and be one of the main contributors for my team, I mean, it'll be a blessing, you know, and that's what we're working towards, just to get back there and show what we about.
Yeah. One more question that I wanted to ask you. What NBA player do you admire your game over? So basically what I'm trying to say is, who is someone that you look up to and be like, I can play like this guy in the NBA?
I mean, it's a few. It's from Jaylen Brown, like a Paul George type of game, to a bunch of guys, a Trevor Ariza, you know, a bunch of guys that I can, you know, resemble myself as, that I feel like I can be like, and, you know, from my max potential to my now is like I can, you know,
Yeah.
I know I can grow in so many different ways. I mean, because I can do a lot of things. I'm a versatile player. I can post up, I can shoot, I can drive, I can finish at the cup, I can pull up off the dribble, mid-range, create for myself. Like, I mean, so, I mean, I just know that, you know, the ceiling is high for me. But I mean, I don't know. I just try and take pieces from like a lot of players' game. Like even Brian, I watch Brian. He has a high IQ and how he passes the ball and read the defense. So, I mean, I watch a lot of guys, even big men, how they footwork, like Julius Randle. I mean, I watch a lot of guys from Dwayne Bacon, you know, he's an overseas guy now, but you know, like I watch a lot of guys, you know, just watching how they read the defense and find different ways to score and be effective. Even some guys like Duncan Robinson, which is a lights out shooter, how he moves without the ball and score without the ball. Like, it's just a lot of people that I watch just to see how they maneuver on the court and be successful in different ways.
It's a great answer. So it's a little bit similar to that question, but if you could play anybody ever 1v1, who would you say you'd want to play?
Probably LeBron. That's like my favorite player, you know, because he know the game so well. You know, his IQ is very high, so just playing against him and probably like learning a few tips from him, you know, would be a good thing, you know, to get ahead of the game, because I know he knows some tricks up his sleeve that can make you an elite player.
Another question I wanted to ask you, similar about NBA players, I guess. Are you close with any NBA players that you talk to, I would say frequently, and they give you information about like what you need to work on or something you need to fix on, or not really?
My guy, he lived right down the street from me. It's my dog, like one of my guys, my man Isaiah Stewart. He talked to me. Yeah, and he, you know, he'll tell me like, yeah, man, I talked to the Pistons about you, this, that, that. They ask me some questions about you. Like he'll give me that, like just keep working, bro. You know, like, da da da. Like I see you in the league one day, like blah blah blah, like type shit. Like that's all it really be.
Yeah.
Like, but we talk on a different level. Like we just talk about life and like how you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like I love you, bro. Like keep doing your thing. Like 'cause that's my dog. Like he grew up right down the street from me. So like we used to be at each other's house every night with each other. We was on the same AAU team. Like that's my dog. So yeah, he one that I see.
Yeah. Logan, you got any questions for him?
Not really. If you have any more.
I don't really have any more questions. I don't know. I doubt you have any questions for us, but thank you so much for coming on this podcast. It means a lot to us. You're our first guest. We're wishing you the best of luck for your personal success for the rest of your Buffalo, and I definitely see you going to the NBA in your NBA career. And we're wishing your team the best of luck, and we hope to watch you during March Madness and the MAC tournament this year.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me on here, man. You know, much love to y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
keep being confident and just growing y'all page and seeking athletes and whoever y'all bring on the show. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
So that will wrap up episode 3 of the 1-and-1 podcast. Thank you again, Jeenathan.
Yep.
Peace out.